welcome back to MidEast In-Depth. Today we should be taking a look at two articles focused on Turkey. Shashank Joshi states in the Daily Telegraph that Turkey should open its bases to its allies and help fight the IS. Mustafa Akyol, however, in Al-Monitor, argues that while oil sales by the Islamic State across the Turkish border are a real problem, the Turkish government does not condone it. Shashank Joshi begins by making reference to the latest release of 50 Turkish hostages and admits that Turkey has been paralyzed politically up until now. He comments, even though it is NATO's only Muslim-majority member and the region's most important military power behind Israel, it sat quietly for fear of the fate that might befall its hostages. Joshi states that the circumstances are murky and it is more than likely that IS got something in return, whether cash, prisoners or a favor. He goes on to state, nevertheless, that it is a crucial opportunity for Turkey to end its national paralysis. The truth is that Turkey's ambivalence towards US policy was always about more than hostages. Ankara's priority was and remains toppling the regime of Syrian President al-Assad. To do so, it allowed its border to be turned into a staging point for all manner of Syrian rebels, moderates and extremists alike. He then suggests that Ankara should still do more to tighten its border controls, clamp down on IS's funding and put the pressure group down. IS likely enjoys around $2 million per day in revenue from the sale of smuggled oil, much of which appears to flow through southern Turkey. While much international criticism has focused on private donors in Gulf states, it is now this flourishing oil market that is probably a much more important lifeline for IS. Turkey needs to shut it down. The writer concludes that the priority must be now to weaken IS rather than allow it to put down deeper roots in Iraqi and Syrian cities. Turkey should open its bases to its allies, contribute forces and send a signal of its willingness to play a constructive role in what will be a region-defining war. Mustafa Akyol in Al-Monitor reveals the truth about Turkey and Islamic State oil. The journalist begins by suggesting that with the end of the hostage crisis, Ankara might begin to think more actively about the threat just across its southern border. He writes, the Turkish government has been criticized on three main points: that it has not done enough to close its borders to the flow of foreign fighters joining IS, that it has not done enough to curb radical groups at home that recruit for IS, and that IS makes money by selling oil via Turkey. On this last point, he references Fehim Taskin, who explains the issue is not about official trading, but smuggling, mostly through small-diameter plastic pipes normally used for irrigation. Oil is expensive in most of Turkey, but cheap in the south. This has created an illegal but widespread south-north trade route. The smuggling economy is not just about oil, however, but also includes other popular items such as tea. For decades, successive Turkish governments have tolerated this illegal trafficking based on some strategic logic. The journalist reveals that it is, however, a problem that it is more complicated than it seems. It is a matter not just of terrorism, but also of the local economy. He concludes that Turkey's Western allies would be wise to approach Ankara with an understanding of the nuances involved, rather than blaming Ankara for the things that are beyond its full control. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. And subscribe to MidEast In-Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.